Could the clerk please read the next ordinance by
Thank you.
title?
Ordinance 2011-14. This is a bond ordinance authorizing capital improvements by and for the Township of South Orange Village in the County of Essex, State of New Jersey, appropriating an aggregate amount of $3 million, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of not exceeding $2,850,000 in aggregate principal amount of bonds or notes to finance part of the cost thereof.
Thank you. Could Village Council just briefly summarize the purpose of this ordinance for the public?
No, I think it's more appropriate
For
for
the
the village administrator to do that.
This is an ordinance to appropriate funding for the renovation of Village Hall in the amount of $3 million, of which $2,850,000 would be through bonds and notes, and $150,000 would be appropriated from the open space, recreation, and historic preservation trust fund.
For the CIF, for the operating, the 5% down
As the
payment.
5% down payment.
And John, do you want to clarify for our email exchange, for people that say, well, wait a minute, I thought we were doing a market analysis, do you want to just clarify what we had discussed?
Yeah, this is appropriating the funding to put it in place when the board makes a decision as to the future of Village Hall, whether or not it is going to do a complete renovation on its own, whether it's going to entertain options from third parties, whether it be sale or lease or some combination thereof. Once that decision is made, the decision can be made to how much of this fund will be used, and to the extent it's not being used, the board can cancel it.
So just for the public's clarity, the amount of money that we are appropriating for this bond is not necessarily required to be spent by the village, but is there for if we need it.
Yeah, it does not spend the money. It just authorizes, it gives the authorization to raise the money should the Board of Trustees decide to spend it.
And in fact, the other portion of the money is needed for the, it's in the next.
2011-16.
Do we have a motion?
I'll move. Second.
All in favor?
I would need to have a roll call vote. Just a moment. Trustee Goldberg?
Yes.
Trustee Gould? Yes. Trustee Levittson?
Yes.
And Trustee Rosner?
Yes.
Bond ordinance 2011-14 passed on our first reading.